Hello everybody, welcome back. It's been a while. As you can see, it suddenly turned out to be winter now. It's been more than 3 months since I messed with the car and it didn't start anymore. And well, as you know, I tried everything. Then I took it down to the garage to let them fix it. They also tried everything and they couldn't find it. So I decided to pick the car up again because it's now the Christmas holidays and I'm having some time off. So I decided to just fiddle with it myself again. And well, I wasn't really planning on filming today, and I'm also down with the flu a little bit, but there is a major breakthrough. Let me show you. Well, as you can see, the engine bay is an absolute mess. That's because, well, I fiddled with it, the garage fiddled with it. So as you can see, they tried everything, like put a new ground wire into the ignition coil. This is the positive wire. They made a new wire directly to the ECU. Nothing worked. And today I was just fiddling with the engine a little bit, and what I saw was, you see the crankshaft position sensor over there, and then when I pressed the CPS down all the way into the bell housing, I decided to start the car and this happened. It runs! It runs, guys! Frankenstein is alive! Now it doesn't run perfectly. As you can see and hear, it doesn't really do its thing yet. And when I try to hit the gas pedal, that doesn't really work yet. I'm not sure what that is about, but the engine itself runs now. And that's just because I put the crankshaft position sensor down into the bell housing, and that's why I can pick up the signal now a little bit better. Also, what is very strange, you can see the revs going up and down. It's just because the crankshaft position sensor cannot pick up the signal from the flywheel very well. What is also weird is that when I parked the car here on my driveway, like a few days back, it was on 89.9 kilometers. And it's been here all the time. So why is that? It's now on 90.3 kilometers. So while stationary on the driveway, my car has driven 300 meters. What? So that's very weird, right? I'm not sure what could be the reason of that, but at least the car runs now, kind of. Yeah, so now I'm going to investigate a little bit more. There's a lot of condensation and yeah, it also smells like unburned fuel. So yeah, right now I'm going to check the timing, because I got a feeling that the timing is a little bit off. But at least, guys, it runs. Oh my god. I am happy as a clam. I'm going to investigate more, and when I know something, I will let you know. Right, on to another day of working on the car. As you can see, I've put the engine back together a little bit better, because I think I found, well, at least part of the problem, so I don't think it has anything to do with the rest of the engine. So I made this bit a little bit better. I removed all the wires that were made to make sure that these wires of the coil were working. I soldered these back together. Not brilliant, but it works. Car still starts, so that's good. I tried to mess around with the CPS a little bit more, but well, it didn't really work. When my package arrives, I will get a scope to test the signal of the CPS. I think, to be sure, I'm also going to buy some more CPSs. Yesterday I checked the timing. Timing is, I think, correct. So I'm not going to mess around with that anymore. Also, I think now is the time to remove the very old oil. I made a little mistake, because usually when I remove the old oil, it can just about fit in this container, but I've made a mistake. The engine is of course fouled with all the fuel that's gotten into it, and now it's a little bit over full, so I'm gonna have to be very careful. I already spilled a little bit. But look at this, guys. Look how thin this oil is. And it smells absolutely horrible. It just smells as if it is petrol. And I think it is petrol for the most of it. So I'm going to let that drain for a little bit longer. Very, very thin stuff this. It's not good at all. It will receive some new oil. I've put the key in here so I won't get distracted and maybe start the engine when there's no oil in it. Now I can't. If I get the key, I will be reminded that there's no oil in the engine. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Do you remember that when I was diagnosing the car that I left a bolt in that little hole there? Then I started up the car, I forgot to take out the bolt and the bolt sheared off and became part of the oil pan. Well, that bolt is still inside of the oil pan, so I'm going to remove the oil pan and get the bolt out. So I'm not going to film it today, also because it's very cold. Well, it didn't take all too long this time. Here's the oil pan, the gasket that I put in, and here is the sheared off bolt. It was here, so I guess it would have been fine. But look at the amount of white sludge here. That's not good. And also I cannot describe to you what I'm smelling now. It's almost only fuel. Here's the underside of the engine, which looks fine. I'm gonna have to clean it all, especially the surface here, of course. Oh my god, it smells like petrol. There's a little bit of gasket stuff in here, in the oil pickup. So I'm gonna take that out. So yeah, it's a matter of good clean and wipe all the engine oil off as far as I can, and then put it back in again.
A few moments later.
Right guys, something very weird is going on here. I just saw this bolt over here and you can see it looks to be damaged. And then I turned the flywheel a little bit better, a little bit further, and then I saw this. Well, you can see, let's see if you can see, yeah, you can see, this screw, this bolt, is not bolted in all the way, by the looks of it, and it's completely sheared off. Well, halfway. So I'm going to turn the flywheel a little bit further to inspect the other ones. It just looks as if, well, I think these bolts hold onto the other part of the flywheel that the crankshaft position sensor refers to. If this has let go somehow, then that could be the reason why the CPS isn't getting a signal, or a good signal. So I'm going to turn it a little bit more. I hope you can see it. It's in the lamp somewhere. Let's see. Oh, don't want to damage anything. I just want to inspect the other bolts. I just don't dare to turn on this piece of bolt because, well, I'm going to do it anyway, but I'm afraid it will break. Ooh, okay, that's also okay. That works too. It's a little bit quicker even. Okay, and there's another bolt that looks a little bit better. You can hear the compression from the engine. That's great. But okay. Oh, this is also damaged. Look at that. So the teeth here would have been grinding against probably this part of the engine. So somehow this whole part has come that way. It's a good thing that I dropped the bolt in the engine, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen this. This bolt also is a little bit better, so that would explain why I saw the flywheel wobbling a little bit. And how would that have happened? I don't know. This is also not straight. It looks as if, I don't know if you can see it from there, but it's bolted in a little bit like this instead of, well, straight. Like so. That I cannot show you because there's not enough room, but you get the point. Yeah, so there are 4 bolts. This one is the worst. Probably gonna have to, well, replace this other bit here behind the flywheel. I'm not sure how to call it, but that would mean gearbox out. And that's not something I can do on my driveway. Absolutely not, especially not in the winter. So yeah, the more you know. Alright guys, it's now a few days later and look at this! It's been snowing! That hardly ever happens in the Netherlands, so you are proud to be part of this. Wow, it is a beautiful sight, isn't it? Great. Although it's not too good for me because, well, the snow is getting a little bit cold and a little bit wet, but okay. So there are some things that I want to check today. I still don't know if it's related, but as you've seen, the flywheel is a little bit that way because all the bolts are sheared off. So I want to check if there's play in the crankshaft, this axial play, and I want to see if I can move the whole crankshaft that way. It will involve me getting onto the floor, which I'm not too happy about, but okay. And then I want to test my new scope. I don't know how it works yet, but maybe I'll find out. Well, there doesn't seem to be any play in it, as far as I can tell so far. So yeah, I've bought this nice oscilloscope and I don't know how it works. I want to check videos on YouTube, but every time I watch 1 minute I get a 20-second promotion, so it's not really that nice. Also, it seems to get a signal from nothing. I'll just try to figure out how this works. Okay, as it seems I've kind of figured out how it works a little bit. So I've connected one probe and the earth connection, both to both sides of the crankshaft position sensor, which is this connection over here. And then I put it to 100 millivolts. So I hope you can see it. So I will start the car now. And then it gives this signal. You see how irregular it is? And it's very spiky as well. It should be on or off, and not like this. Now comes the interesting part, because I've now put the sensor all the way down. Now I will lift up a little bit, the way it's supposed to be connected. You cannot see what I'm doing, but I can feel what I'm doing. So now the sensor is in the right way, as it should be. Now I will start the car again. And look at this signal. I didn't change any of the settings. So this is the signal that the crankshaft position sensor gives when it's in the normal way. Obviously the car won't run off this signal, and it didn't, and it will run off the other signal. So this is interesting. However, I'm not really sure why this is. This is a crankshaft position sensor that was new, like a year ago. And I've also got another one, which also doesn't work. I have ordered 3 new ones, so those will come in next week on Tuesday. It's now Friday. So I will just try, well, any of them to see if one of them works. But this is interesting. This is the kind of signal I was hoping to get. So I don't think it's down to the wiring as well. I can pull some new cables and to connect directly to the ECU. But I don't think that will solve the issue. And now there's only one more thing I want to do. I want the car to move under its own steam for at least one time. So I'm going to start up the car. I think I can drive it in. I think I can put it in drive and then drive around. At least I could move it back and forth on a driveway. So just once I want this car to move under its own steam just around the block here. What if I connect the injectors first? Okay, let's go. Lights, there we go. Fog lights, because I like that. Okay, we've got heating towards the windows. Well, there we go. Reverse. We're reversing. It works. We are moving. We are moving. In the snow. Okay. Drive. driving, kind of. We're driving. It's going slowly, but we're driving. Woohoo! Oh no. Oh, not hitting the gas. We're moving. I cannot hit the gas because the car will shut down. Driving in a winter wonderland, guys. Slow and steady. Engine is idling, but we're moving. We are moving. Oh, this car is so fogged up. It's so cold in here as well. What if I hit the gas? No, oh, no, that won't work. No. Just one more round. I can do one more round. It's going ever so slowly when I'm in a corner. A little bit of gas. Yeah, a little bit of gas. A little bit more. No. Not happening. Moving. Still moving. Look at that, guys. It's a lovely winter wonderland. Let's try not to hit anything, okay? Yes. Oh, no. No, if I give it some throttle, it will die. So we're not doing that. And back on the driveway. But yeah, the car moved under its own steam. We've driven a couple of 100 meters. Well, actually one, but okay, we did it. Just going to let the car idle for a minute, let it warm up, get some heat in the car. I think I'm just going to put the car a little bit that way. Well, guys, it has been a very long time since I've really driven this car, so this feels quite good actually. I know it's not really driving, but you know, with the engine idling, we can just drive around. It's going very slowly, but still, that feels really good. It feels really good. It's possible to drive under its own steam, and that's nice. Hopefully we're getting there. Well everyone, it's now a week later and I finally got my delivery of my 3 new crankshaft position sensors. So I'm going to try them one by one. I don't think it will help, but who knows? It's still freezing outside in the Netherlands. The first new sensor is in. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's the same issue as before. Now I'm going to put the crankshaft sensor a little bit down. That was a very weird sound. Ah, right. So this is the end of my brand new crankshaft position sensor. Well, okay. So that's what happens if you press it down towards the flywheel. Right, well, this can go straight in the bin. Oh, let's throw it. Okay, never mind. Okay, right, second sensor in. Oh no, have I killed another one? Okay, it's a little bit too cold for the camera, but the second one is broken as well, so I don't think I'm going to try this again. So what I'm going to do now is put back the old sensor, see if it still starts. I hope so, because that way we can move it on the trailer if needed. And then we're going to try something else, guys. Yeah, the GoPro surely doesn't like the cold. It still runs. But for now it's the end of my money, and it's also the end of this video. Next time we're going to do something different, because the next thing we're going to do is remove the gearbox, because I think we'll find a lot of bad stuff in there. Remove the gearbox, see what we can find there. I'm not going to do it alone, I'm going to do it with someone else, because, well, I've never done it before. I think it's quite exciting, so, well, I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and until then.